Greetings, comrades. My name is Gigantles, and I know this isn't the release I promised. I said I'd be releasing the Passion video today. I'll admit, it's taken a while to get everything together. The two longest things it takes when it comes to making a movie, something like I'm doing, is probably getting the script together in the first place, and then trying to find the pictures and clips and stuff needed for it. Kind of the second part of that. So I'm trying to get all the pictures and things together. It's taken a while. I apologize for that. I may have to really delay that for a Friday release, unfortunately. The second thing about that was because my flatmates last night, they weren't very considerate. They were busy doing a few things that I'll explain next week in my Lent Day 36 vlog. But the reason why I'm making this video, as you can see from Tom's video, it's a lonely funeral. And the reason why is because today's actually the second day in this week, so it was yesterday as well. Today's the second day this week that I attended a funeral mass. So yesterday was for a woman called Rose, and today was for a woman called Teresa. Just if you see my earlier video, this is not the first funeral I've attended. Okay, clearly. I've attended quite a few, and in person and online, during online mass, and there were a few I heard about myself from during other funerals. And I can remember all the names of the people. There was the first one, Sheila, Alexandra, John, his wife Brenda, who died a while back, and I didn't get to see a funeral, but I heard about that. There was William, Michael, Mary, her husband John, who died a while back. So we've got two Johns in that list. I didn't get to see Jessica John. Then there was Rose yesterday, and then Teresa today. And then it was that funeral. And then there was that coffin I found last February in the cathedral, but I don't really know who that was. So today was a woman called Teresa, and wow, she was 100 years old. 100 years old, and she actually participated in the war effort. Yeah. So we had not quite a vet there, but we had someone who was involved in the Second World War. And she was probably one of the first drivers in the area, let alone first woman drivers, which was something. But one thing I noticed today was because I kind of realized something was up in mass when the person started playing the organ, because they only do it when it's a special occasion, like when it's a Sunday or it's a special feast day or something like that. And then when I saw people walking down the aisle, they didn't carry a coffin. They had the thing you put the coffin on. I said, okay, there's going to be a funeral mass. But no one came. It was just me, maybe a dozen other maybe daily mass attenders, and the people carrying the coffin. For the first few hours, which are usually reserved for family and friends, were completely empty. And it turns out that it's because the rest of her family, she had a smaller family, I think, well, at least in her immediate family, that she had a bunch of cousins. They were either unable to come because of the distance, or because they were sick and unwell, or something like that. So we had Teresa, okay, a 100-year-old woman who really lived a very pious life, a pious, simple life, full of love and helping people. And their family and friends weren't able to attend that mass because of the pandemic and everything. And so whilst I do feel honored to have been able to go to a funeral mass, it's just sad, the idea that because of the pandemic and everything, I know this isn't the first time, but this, to me, because at least whenever I went to mass, I always saw members of the few of the deceased families and friends. But this one, I didn't see a single one, which, as I said, is quite sad. So ultimately, I'm still praying for the ending of this pandemic and everything, and that the family will be able to go and grieve together at the funeral, and that at the coffin, at the grave, and all the people out there will be able to go to their funeral masses of their loved ones and friends and family. But it's just still that idea that at this point in time, because of all of her relatives were unwell or old or unable to go because of the distance, this poor 100-year-old woman didn't have anyone there for her except people who didn't know. No one knew her. I think maybe only the priest was the anyone who had a general idea about her, but no one else knew her, which is sad. I mean, I'm glad I went. I'm glad I was able to go to a funeral of such a good woman, of such a pious and holy and loving woman. Even with this pandemic, it's still a tragedy that people can't even be there for funerals of their loved ones. Especially not even one or two friends. Okay, not even a brother or a daughter or anything. No, it was just. I mean, I don't think she was married. It was just there was no one there except us Daily Mascots who had no idea about her. Yet we were given the blessing of being able to hear about this woman as her friends and family watched online. So again, I'm glad to be able to be in there in person. I do really hope for this ending of this pandemic so that people don't go to mass alone. You know, so that people don't have a funeral mass alone. You know, no friends or family, they're just random strangers. I mean, that pretty much inspires me to continue going mass every day if I can, because then if there is anyone there if there is a funeral mass, then I'll have the opportunity to at least be there for them, even if their friends and family aren't there. So I guess you can say I look forward to, I know funerals are sad always, really, but I look forward to the opportunity to be able to be there for others, even if their friends and family can't be there because of the pandemic. Yeah, so that's funeral mass today. Tomorrow I'll try and hopefully I'll finish the thing. Hopefully it's probably gonna take like 3 hours for my thing to convert, for my edited footage to convert a movie to convert into an actual MP4 file. I don't know why my computer's so slow, but hopefully the first half of the Passion video will be released tomorrow. It's gonna be out there. Try not to cry too much, because believe me, even getting the footage for that, I was crying heavily. Even editing it, I was crying heavily. Even without the audio, I was crying heavily. So make sure you guys have like a thing of a packet of tissues or whatever, and you have someone to hug, or maybe a toy to hug, because man, I wish I could hug Charlie right now because it's going to be moving. So all of you look forward to release tomorrow, and hopefully we'll continue to be there for each other, even if it's just strangers, even if it's something like funeral mass, because then we're still being there for the people, even if their family and friends can't be there for them. Yeah, so stay safe everyone. See you next video, comrades. Until then.